Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday so far. In this video today I will be talking about our first pre-season friendly that has just taken place today. And yeah, we have beaten Emley 5-0, one of our local non-league sides in the area, AFC Emley. And yeah, look, it was a good run out. It was good to see a few of the new faces as well. Obviously, Sorensen was in there, and we're gonna get into it. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Um, Obviously, anybody that doesn't know, they played 30 minutes. So one starting 11 played 30 minutes. The second played 30 minutes, and the third team played 30 minutes as well. So they split it up, and yeah. So just gonna look at the first 11. Obviously, Chris Maxwell started in goal. Radinho Balka, Mikael Helik, Brody Spencer, and then you've got Sorensen and Jaheim Headley as the wing backs, and then you have got Tomai Pender there in that midfield with Josh Osterfield, Josh Koroma, Bojan Radulovic, and Reese Healy. So yeah, that was the first starting 11. So let's have a look at these players. I think, obviously Maxwell had a bit of a wobble that came to nothing and a routine save to make shortly after, but ultimately had so little to do. We need the shot one to come off 30 minutes in. Radinho Balka, he looked brilliant, to be fair, Radinho Balka, and looks fit again. I think if he remains at the club for the start of the season, I think he could become one of our best defenders in League One by quite a margin. But we'll have to see about that. Obviously, we know his injury issues, so hopefully he can keep fit. Mikael Helik, of course, did lots of what Mikael Helik always does. Just the things that he does all the time. Nothing got by him in the air. Evidently, obviously, the new haircut has not wavered his performance levels. Brody Spencer still looks very quick, of course. Good on the ball. Played left of the back three. Suspect there may be more of that to come this season, which is obviously correct. So we're going to go through the first 11, as I said, and then we're going to get into the game a bit. Sorensen, now last day Sorensen, the first time I got to see him play, he looked very lively. Put a good couple of very good crosses in and constantly looking to get behind, clearly, hoping to be a threat going forward next season and really helping us in that final third. He was brilliant. I really was impressed by him, so long may that continue. Tomai Pender, he has grown over the summer, literally, and that will help this season. Has to play some football to get what he needs now. Too good on the ball, not so. Interestingly, was the midfielder arriving late in the box, shape-wise, and nearly did twice decent effect. Let's just be honest, we love him. We do. We love him. And I think he will be a brilliant player for us in this new season. I think we'll see a lot more of him, and I'm excited to see a lot more of him because I think he's got a lot of talent. Josh Osterfield, he did okay. Hustled and bustled a bit. Still feels like a player with an uncertain and immediate or long-term footballing future. So yeah, he's a bit up in the air with that, isn't it? But he looks okay. Jaheim Headley scored the one goal. So Headley did score the one goal from his 30 minutes on the pitch and looked okay. Still a way to go over pre-season, obviously, and still a way to go to look like the Headley we were once really excited about, if you remember when he burst onto the scene with us. But yeah, good performance. Josh Koroma, standard of opposition he'd seen so far, but was working really hard off the ball. I don't know what his position is in Duff's ideal formation. Is still the issue, but could not fault the work rate. So yeah, I mean, look, it was great, wasn't it, Josh Kromer? And it will be interesting to see where it fits into this Duff system. Radulovic, like I say, in this game, didn't really do much. Always on the fringes. Really needs to step pre-season by the scruff of the neck at some point. This was not that point. So yeah, Bojan needs to really get back to playing and performing, because I'm afraid didn't look great today in that 30 minutes. Reece Healy, he was everywhere, just never stops running, always gets in the box, always makes life difficult for defenders. The only Town player who seems to take a cross and somehow get on the end of it too. And I'm looking forward to seeing him this season. So I think that Reece Healy was really good in this game, was making those runs, was trying to make things happen. And yeah, just full of energy, great touch on him, great weight of pass. But yeah, really good, really good. And hopefully he can stay fit. And we've got a fantastic player in our hands here. So yeah, so the opening 30 minutes, as I said, we did go 1-0 up. And Jaheim Headley got the goal. It was a good goal. And we deserved it. So look, that's kind of my summary of the first 11 that we put out today. And yeah, like I said, Sorensen looks very good. I thought he did very well. Amongst a few others that we already know, obviously we know Helix, fantastic. Balker looks really good again, fit again. Ipenda looked good too. But yeah, I think there were quite a number of players that looked good in this game. Now, for the next 30 minutes, the second segment of the 30, the new lineup read as this: Lee Nichols in goal, Ollie Turton, Matty Pearson, Lloyd Kaina, Sorba Thomas, David Kasumu, Ben Wiles, Neo Eccleston, Ben Jackson, Danny Ward, and Pat Jones. Now let's kind of look at how they did and give my summaries on them. I think Nichols had even less to do than Maxwell. And I think he could have just gone to the beach and had a drink and still wouldn't have conceded. So look, he didn't have, he didn't do it. He hadn't got anything hardly to do, and we can't really say anything about Nichols, but obviously that's what happened. Ollie Turton, look, how good is it to see Ollie Turton back playing football again? I know obviously we saw him towards the end of last season, but how good is it to see him in pre-season, getting his fitness up again, and really building something, and hopefully he can stay injury free now after the horrible injuries that he's had over the past few years. But yeah, it was brilliant. And again, no play. We know what Ollie Turton's about, and he did a lot of what Ollie Turton does. Committed and safe on the ball. And of course, we do name him the Ginger Cafu, and we don't call him that for no reason. He's fantastic. Matty Pearson, I think he did fairly well. Really vocal. Played with a back four during his time, and kept getting that four to the right place. So again, good communication. So no, I think Matty Pearson did good. Lloyd Kaina looked slightly calmer, which he really needs to be, as he had a tendency to be a walking yellow card at one point. Plays every game this season in the Johnson Payne Papa John's LDV Vans Vissel Street Motors Trophy, whatever you want to call it, of course. I think he will, like I said, he'll play regularly in the cup games like these, the Bristol Street Motors. I think we'll see a lot of him in that one. Sorba Thomas ran a lot, had one good chance, he put straight at the keeper. Not a lot more to say other than his boots with the yellow toe cap. Don't really like them at all. But I think he was class on the ball, snaps in every tackle as he loves to do. I think Sorba Thomas did well. Did kind of get a few tackles in. David Kasumu, brilliant to see him, and I think he did well in this game. Was absolutely fine here. Really class on the ball. Really got stuck into tackles as he always does. That he loves to do. Scored a really nice goal as well, which he created for himself in the press. So it was a good goal. So that obviously there was the goal that put us 2-0 up. Ben Wiles, one really good run, but he got done by the pitch. An awful bobble as he went to play the pass, made it look far worse than it was. He does look a lot fitter now. At least one of his, kind of I can recognise that and see that, and a few more goals in previous seasons to add to his one here might do him the power of good. Absolutely. Neo Eccleston, Duff is going to like him, in my opinion. Played on the right of midfield and was aggressive, attacking and everything you want from a wing back potentially. Yeah, Neo Eccleston, obviously one of our younger players, and be interesting to see if he does get a bigger look in this season. So yeah, but he looked quite good, to be fair. Looked really lively. Ben Jackson, I think you just feel like he still needs to do a bit more of everything. He's still lacking a bit at the moment. I know it's only the first game. I don't think there's nothing he really does wrong, but he still doesn't do enough to really stand out from the rest. Frustrating player. Not sure where he sits in the current thinking. So yeah, it's that's just my thoughts on it really. Danny Ward pressed a lot, missed a chance that led to a goal. Anyway, just looked like Danny Ward for better and for worse, basically. I mean, look, for me, Danny Ward, he missed quite a few chances in this game, and yeah, he's just not good enough. Yes, it's the first game, yes, but you want to start on the front foot, and he did miss some good chances in this game. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. He didn't really do much at all. Pat Jones, great finish for his goal. Played slightly within himself on the pitch. He didn't trust, and fair enough, really, because like I said, the pitch, yeah, was okay, but not one of the pitches that they're used to. He is one of those players, though, Pat Jones, where you think he's one of those players that can make a huge difference if he can stay fit. But like I say, it's a big if, isn't it? And we know this because of his injuries. But hopefully, he can stay fit, and he will be a really good player for us in League One for sure. Now 60, obviously the next 30 minutes, another team came out. So at this point, I'm just checking, guys. We were 3-0 up at this point. So yeah, Jacob Chapman came in goal. Charlie, a lot of these are B team youngsters, by the way. So just letting you know, Charlie Knowles. Michael Stone, Iko Solomon, Omari Mauricio, Kian Philpott, Dan Voss, Luke Daly, Cameron Aisha, Tyrese Simpson, and Connor Falls. So yeah, Jacob Chapman, he did look good again, to be fair. He looked fine. Obviously, his distribution was fine. Command of his back three was fine. Just fine, really, which is just what you want in this opening game. He really did do well. Charlie Knowles, I haven't really seen many of these players before. I've seen a few of them, not all of them though. Neat and tidy, not a player like, say, Charlie Knowles that I'd seen much of before, but looks a lot like Larsen Sorensen if you look, if you squint your eyes and both physically and on the ball. So yeah, I mean, looks a decent player. Michael Stone, pass as well as we know, a leader for this B team, will be on the bench a few times this season if he's not out on loan somewhere getting some football in. So yeah, Iko Solomon, he did okay. Most things came down his side, and he seems to cope absolutely fine with that. Likes to carry the ball by the look of it, and we're here for that. Amari Mauricio, very positive on the ball. Again, not seen much of him play before. Did not get bullied once by a team who tried to get at him several times, which is good. Kian Philpott just does simple things well every time I see him, but looks lightweight still, to be honest with you. Needs to get on the Tom Iapenda summer diet. Dan Vost, interesting player, just does a lot of things quite well. A lot of work to be done, but feels like there's potential there. Want to track back maybe, but not too far ahead of ourselves. Luke Daly looks a bit more physical than previously. Quite vocal, yes, and not lacking confidence. Had a half-decent chance he failed to put away, but looked like he tends to look in every game I've seen him in. Cameron Aisha, promising, showing without tipping over into exciting in truth. Can't really say much more, which kind of sums it up really. But I mean, look, still young. Tyrese Simpson, still quite the unit. The Emily defence was petrified every time he was on the ball. The big issue was that was nowhere near enough. Put one chance over and just looked a bit rusty. A player who really needs a pre-season maybe, but then scored a lovely late goal with a sharp turn and finish to the corner. Drifted in out, finished the corner. So yeah, I mean, look, got a goal. But yeah, like I said, we need to see how it gets on because I'm just not convinced he is the answer. Connor Falls drifting out of the game without really memorable contribution. A very pre-season friendly performance in but that was fine all in. And you substitute Zach Abbott. So yeah, I mean, look, we've started with a win. I think for me though, in this as well, I think that we could really see, you know, an identity already, you know, with what Duff's wanting from his team, and I think that was really positive. So look, it was great to see a bit of a flavour of what he's about, in terms of what we can expect from a Michael Duff setup and style of play and identity. Obviously, so just to recap, obviously Emily, nil, Huddersfield Town 5. Goals coming from Jaheim Headley, Pat Jones. I thought Pat Jones were outstanding, by the way. Thought it was so good. I think you're really good. He scored. Kasumu scored one, and Ben Wiles also scored one straight afterwards, so not long after that. And of course, Tyrese Simpson. So yeah, look, the first pre-season game has been completed. A nice little test. Okay, and I think I like how they've done the friendlies. Like they start with Emily, then there's another step up next week against Guiseley, and then it's an even bigger step up the week after when we play Harrogate, and then obviously we go to then obviously the team go out to Austria, and obviously we'll play a few games over there as well. No opponents announced yet, but yeah, a winning start for the Terriers, really promising start, and Michael Duff is showing us already what we can expect. The identity. It's great to see an identity on that pitch at long last. But yeah, take care everybody, and I'll see you all on the next video. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe. If you did go to the game today, let me know your thoughts on the game too. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you, Town fans. But yeah, I'll see you all soon. Have a good rest of the weekend. And as always, up the Town, Michael Duff's Barmy Army. Come on!